What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. We got to talk about the Sacramento Kings because they finally ended their curse, their streak of not making the playoffs. They're in the playoffs. They're clinched. And one, I'm just happy for their fans because 16 years is a long, long time. For reference, last time they made the playoffs, I was like 10. So this is, it's been a minute. I'm old as hell now that you really think about it. But it's been a minute, right? So let's talk about the Kings season because I think this team is getting slept on and people are kind of like, oh, I want to play them in the playoffs. I don't think that's the case. I really don't. Before I do, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and if you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video, but let's get into the Kings. First off, how far do you guys think the Kings are going to go in the playoffs? Like, what's your expectations? Especially Kings fans, I want to know. Middle of the season was like, we just going to be happy to be there, But I feel like now they kind of proven that they belong. So it's good. It's a good sign. Best offense in the entire NBA. They're just lights out. Anybody that tries to outscore them is going to lose. Just ask the Clippers, who basically tried to score like 170 and still lost. So, the offense, we know how great that is, right? And it's like, we all know light the beam, that's a big deal. Like the home court advantage is crazy. But then I look at the statistics and the record, they have a better win percentage on the road. If you're going to go in the playoffs, you got to be able to win a game on the road. That's kind of typically how that's going to go. You got to be able to win a game or two on the road here and there. You don't got to win every game on the road, but you got to be at least taking something, right? And this is why I think this team actually has a chance to maybe surprise a lot of people even more than they already have. You got two All-NBA players, right? Domantas Sabonis, that's my All-NBA third-team center. Got him right behind Embiid and then Jokic and then Sabonis. Fox, he has an argument for All-NBA first and second team. Where he fits on the All-NBA teams, I don't care. He better be on it. Clutchest player in the league this season, deserves all his flowers. He has taken his game to an insane level. Just awesome year. And you have two dead-eye shooters with Kevin Huerter, who can come off picks, come off just fly and just letting them fly. Just rain in threes, every single night from him. And then, the other one, Keegan Murray, literally just broke the rookie record for three-pointers made in the season. So you got two just dead eyes that are 40+% every single night. It's the perfect fit next to Fox and Sabonis, particularly too. So you have that. Then you have guys that can go get you 20+ any given night off the bench, like Malik Monk and Harrison Barnes, who's got some experience. So you got a little bit of depth in those pieces. And I think dudes like Trey Lyles are providing great value. Chimezie Metu is providing good value. Terrence Davis is providing good value, especially defensively. Davion Mitchell, speaking of defense, he's a clamp god. So, off night, that's his nickname. So Davion deserves his little bit of respect. So they got a lot of nice talent on this team, and they got a lot of fun talent. And I believe Mike Brown's the coach of the year. So you have great coaching with fun talent, and they're just winning games. See, but what I think makes them dangerous is nobody thought they'd be here, and no one really knows what to expect from them. They don't really have expectations, and they don't really have a lot of pressure in that case. And I think that makes them very dangerous because they have nothing to lose in this case. They're just, hey, we're just here. And every year we see a team like this. I'll get to the teams right now. Let's just do it. So you got last year, you had the Dallas Mavericks. No one thought they were going to make the Western Conference Finals. Most Mavericks fans probably didn't think that. They had a crazy run last year. 2021, you have the Hawks, who made the Eastern Conference Finals, upset Philly in, I think, 7 games. And, the Hawks that season they had a great year. They almost took the Bucks all the way to the limit in the Eastern Conference Finals. 2020, you had the Nuggets, came back from multiple 3-1 leads. Played against the eventual champions on the Lakers. They lost there, but still Western Conference Finals. Everybody thought that year was Lakers versus Clippers, myself included. And then 2019, you had the Blazers, who went to 7 against the Nuggets the year before. So, the last 4 years, there's been a team that nobody really thought was going to make it as far as they did, So I think, why can't it be the Kings? I don't see why not. And I want to go back to the pressure part because so many teams in the West are loaded with pressure. I'm going to go down the list of these teams right now, and I think this is why it's an advantage for the Kings whenever they're playing these teams because they're just playing free. Denver, this is arguably the best year Jokic has ever had to win a title. They need to have a deep playoff run. This is the best team they've had in pretty much forever. This is the shot for them. So they're feeling the pressure we got to go get it now, okay? And then you got Memphis. They're trying to prove that they're legit, which I think they are. But Memphis, they have a point to prove. So if they get bowed out in the first round, that's going to be a huge story. People want to see them fail. Not me. I don't want to see them fail because I like Memphis. But people want to see their downfall because they're like the villains of the NBA right now. Phoenix, Chris Paul just trying to get a damn ring. There's the pressure alone with that. And then, the last couple years, they've had embarrassing exits in the playoffs, particularly last year where they got smacked by 40 in Game 7 with their season on the line. And then, year before that, they make it to the finals and everything, but they blow a 2-0 lead. So Phoenix is just trying to, one, get Chris Paul a ring and also just, prove that this Kevin Durant trade was worth it, which, there's pretty good odds that they can be able to do that because Kevin Durant's amazing. But, there's pressure in that. The Clippers, their pressure is literally, they're just trying to prove that this Kawhi and PG experiment wasn't an absolute failure because they haven't made it to a Western Conference Finals. They haven't made it to the finals, and they've pretty much gotten like letdown after letdown after letdown, right? Last year kind of sucked because Paul George got COVID rubber for playing. Kawhi the year before blows his knee out. But, they're trying to prove that spending all this money on this team was not a failed experiment. You got Golden State. They're trying to repeat. There's enough pressure in that alone. They got Steph freaking Curry. They're trying to make it happen. Minnesota, they're trying to prove that this Rudy Gobert trade was not an absolutely terrible idea. They traded their entire future for, win now success. So if they get bowed out in the first round again, that's going to be an abject failure. So there's pressure in that. And then, of course, you got the Lakers. They got LeBron James. Enough said. There's enough pressure with that. If you look at those are like the top 8 teams in the West right now, other than the Kings themselves. They've all got tremendous amounts of pressure, and the Kings are just out there. Like, it's not that they're just happy to be there, but they can just go out there and play what they've been doing all year long. I don't understand the idea that we want to match up with them because they don't have experience. This team's been in a ton of clutch games this year, and they've won a ton of clutch games this year, more than they've lost, and they win on the road. They are an awesome offense. They clamp up a little bit in the fourth quarter. They have a very good fourth quarter defense. A lot of people don't know that. And, that's not a team that you just want to play against just because they don't have experience. That is stupid to me. So shout out the Kings, though, because this season has been it's been like a Cinderella story the entire year long. Like, no one expected him to be here, myself included, but I'm so happy to see him actually succeeding at this level. How far do you guys think that they're going to go in the playoffs? Because that's obviously the next question, because you clinched the playoffs, you ended your drought. It's finally, it's time to show the world what your team is made of. And I think that they could be a team like a Dallas last year or a Hawks a couple years ago or the Nuggets 3 years ago. Like, they could be that team. I would not be surprised by that at all. Do you agree or disagree with me on that? If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. But like the beam, the drought is over, and I'm so happy for the Kings. Thanks for watching. I'm done. Peace.